Hi again everybody, I hope you're having a great day. Today I'm going to talk about something very different from what I usually do, because this has nothing to do with food. This has everything to do about birds, because I love to have bird houses wherever I live. It doesn't matter if it's in a house or an apartment. If I have a balcony or I have a garden, I like to put up a birdhouse. Some people like to have an aquarium and relax watching the fish. I relax watching and listening to the different kinds of birds. So I've been so fortunate that this apartment, I have a balcony directly with a door into my living room, so I can sit on my couch and watch the different kinds of birds. And that's also how I've made the footage for you, so that you can see it. I have a lot of different kinds coming and visiting me here, and I found out that in this park there were a lot of great birds, so I wanted to try and see how many I could lure up to my balcony, and it's been great. And so I feed these birds every day. I give them about 5 deciliters or 2 cups of food, and I give it in the birdhouse and also a little in a tray on the floor for the pigeons. And I give them fresh water every day in a bowl also, and they like to take a bath or drink because it's been very hot here the last couple of weeks. So I hope you enjoy the footage I had made for you, and enjoy the nice birds and the nature. So take care. So this is a mix of different kinds of wild bird food. I've been on the internet investigating what the different kinds of food they want and they need, and I have bought different kinds. This contains dried insects and crustaceans, berries, soy oil, vegetable pie products, nuts and mollusks, hemp and seeds and oat flakes, and mealworms, and grits and raisins, and other sorts of things. Doesn't really smell that good, but the birds love it. It's very low on grains because the birds will not eat it. If you buy the cheap kinds in the stores, it contains a lot of grains and it will just be left behind by the birds, so I wouldn't recommend it. I spent about 20 euros or $22 for 7.5 kilos or 16.5 pounds every 6 weeks. So it's not really that bad when I get to feed so many different kinds of birds. One of the birds I was especially delighted to see in my birdhouse was the great spotted woodpecker. I had seen it and heard it in the park here, but I hadn't really seen it up close. So I was delighted when it landed in my birdhouse. A great spotted woodpecker eats crustaceans and mollusks and nuts and seeds and berries, and that's some of the things that I have in my food for them. So I have a little footage of the woodpecker in my birdhouse, and I hope you enjoy. I also have a lot of sparrows in my birdhouse. A sparrow eats seeds and oats and grains and millets, and in the summertime they eat insects and feed their young ones, and I have insects in my food for them. Sometimes there are a lot here, and I have some footage where there's a lot in the birdhouse at the same time. So I hope you enjoy these little bird with very strong beaks. So once in a while I have some visits from the crows. It's not very often, and they creep me out a little. It reminds me too much about Alfred Hitchcock. When they come here, I didn't really think that they could fit in the birdhouse because they're so big. They're as big as the pigeon. But one day one of them succeeded in getting in the birdhouse, and he actually stole one of the fat balls and flew away with it. I have some footage of it that you can see. They came some other days and stole whole fat balls, and I'm very glad that they didn't continue on doing this because it's a little expensive in fat balls, and I don't want them to drop all the green nets all over because it's made from plastic, and I want to dispose of them the right way and not the crow way. So here you have some footage of the crows, and I hope you enjoy it. So I also have the little bird called blue tits. I have been so lucky that they have actually brought some of their young birds here too. And the blue tit eats things like seeds and nuts and insects and fruit. And one day I saw a weird looking bird in my birdhouse. It looked like something was really wrong with it, so I went on the internet and I found out that it was a blue tit that had mites. It's in the section I have called diversity, so you can watch it there. But enjoy these little blue birds. So I also have a lot of blackbirds here, and I love to listen to the blackbird male sing. Um, they have been coming here to collect food for their young ones, and you can see this on the footage that they are really stuffing their beaks. And a blackbird eats things like mealworms and oats and raisins and seeds. And I also have some great pictures that I have put in the video for you to see. So I hope you enjoy the blackbirds as much as I do. Other than the goldfink, one of the rarest birds on my balcony has been the jay. I haven't actually seen it eat. It has never been in the birdhouse. It has been there a couple of times when the woodpecker was also there. And I've taken some pictures of it that you can see, but I have never seen it eat there. But I hope you enjoy it. I find it very beautiful. So great tits are some of the other birds I have in my birdhouse. Great tits eats food like insects and seeds and berries, and they also like to take a little bath or to drink of the water tray I have put out there for them. And they have been bringing their young birds to my birdhouse, so that's been great watching, and I hope you enjoy the footage. 2 days ago I was so lucky to get some footage of the goldfink. And a goldfink eats seeds and insects in the pre-summer that they use to feed their young ones. And I have some footage of it, and I hope you enjoy. Another bird that I have on my balcony every day is the pigeons. It's too big to be in the birdhouse, but they come visit me and they are on the ground. They eat the leftovers from the other birds, and I have a little tray for them that I feed them there. I don't have actually footage of them. I have some pictures because they're not in the birdhouse. But I hope you enjoy the pictures. They're very beautiful. I've also had the pleasure of having visits from the nuthatch. It has a very distinctive black line in the head, and you can't miss it if it's in your birdhouse. A nuthatch eats things like seeds and nuts and mealworms and insects, all things that I have in my food, and I have a little footage of it, and I hope you enjoy. So I have also been lucky to have what is called a willow or a marsh tit. I'm not really sure which kind it is because it's very difficult to distinguish between the two. Maybe you can see what it is. They eat things like nuts and seeds and insects, and there's not been that many birds here. But I have a little footage of them that I hope you enjoy. Now you have seen all the different kinds of birds that I have on my balcony in my birdhouse. Unfortunately, my little bird adventure has to end now because my neighbor downstairs has told me that her parasol is actually being ruined with the droppings from the birds. She was very nice, but and said that I didn't have to stop, but now I knew, and so of course I'm going to stop because I don't want her things to be ruined. And it's summertime anyway, so the birds can take care of themselves. But I have made a lot of footage for you, and I hope you have enjoyed it. And of course I will start feeding the birds again around October, that I have been doing. I have fed them from October last year and until now. This is June. But now the adventure ends, and I wish you a very nice day, and I hope your weather is as good as this. So take care, everybody.